coordinating centerpiece and using a 6x6 glass cube and the same flowers that we used for the wedding bouquet, which were green and pink hydrangea, double-headed green tulips, mini calla lilies, veronica, hot pink peonies, esperanza roses, and a blushed pink Cymbidia market. Let's get started. I'm going to fill the glass cube about 3/4 of the way full of water. Make sure it's cool water. And next I'm going to take a 1/4 inch florist tape and about 1 inch apart I'm going to tape a grid. And I'm using a knife to neatly sever the tape, going the opposite direction. What this is doing is creating a frog, a design frame for us to work in. I've cut the tape down a 1/4 of an inch. Now I'm going to take the tape just to secure those edges, make sure nothing comes loose, that our grid is stable. And I'm going to run all the way around the grid I've just made. And try to show you a better angle if you can see the tape that I've just made. And I basically made little 1-inch openings all the way across the top. So we're going to start with a hydrangea, and what we are doing is we're going to create a bed of hydrangea, sharp cut, and I'm just going to fill the vase with all the hydrangea. Add the green. So we almost have an entire vase of just hydrangea. There's a few dead spots, but that's okay. We have plenty of flowers to fill this in with. Next, I'm going to start with the largest flower we have, which is the peony. This is our most expensive flower. Sharp cut. And we're just going to start filling in the vase of the dead spots we have between the hydrangea. And what I'm going after is a more organic look. I'm tucking this in the middle of a hydrangea. The stuff is growing in clusters, as it would in nature. It's very important to give everything a very tight, fresh cut. So we have 3 peonies here. I'm going to add more peonies to this side. These are nice and large. If there's any damage whatsoever, even though if it's not going to be visible, go ahead and remove it. Next we'll add some esperanza roses. I want to use some that I have not added wire to. I'm leaving the outer guard petals on unless they're bruised or damaged. This one is. And just because they have a nice green tint to them. Nice sharp cut. And we're going to fill a cluster of roses. So there is, I'm going to try to stay in groups of 3, groups of 5. When you're doing a design, always go, if you're doing groupings, go with odd numbers for the group. Your eye visually sees groups of odd numbers better, unless it's above 6 or more. So stay, after you go over 6, it's fine to use, I keep reaching for the wired one, sorry. Another group of 3. So I have lots of wired roses. Very sharp cut. And we'll add a group of 3 catty corner to this one. Spending money on a centerpiece is important because it's what your guests are going to stare at the most. It's right in front of their faces. And it's important that you take your time and come up with a nice design. So there's those 3. I'm going to fill out the center here. With the green tulips. So we're going in with more chartreuse green just to make a nice pop. And the tape that we added makes this very easy to work with. Flowers stay in place and don't move all over the place. So there's a set of 3 tulips. Let's add another 3. Let's go here. Let me turn it between you. So here's the basic structure of our design. As you can see, I've gone around the entire base of hydrangea that we made earlier out of the pink peonies. I've kept the roses in groups of 3, tulips in groups of 3, and that is just the basic design concept we're following. So in the center here, I have a hollow spot, which I'm going to fill in with more roses. So in the hollow spot, that's sliding down a little bit, just pulling right on up, I'm just going to keep adding roses.